So, way back over a decade ago, Epic was actually looking seriously into Linux gaming. Not as serious as they were, have been recently. They've kind of supported Unreal Engine on Linux and that kind of thing, but they really haven't been. But they had, Linux native Unreal Tournament 2004 and even Unreal Tournament 99. So I had actually picked up a CD for it, like, a while ago from a thrift store. And I'm like, that's really cool because I looked at it, I'm like, oh, there's my handy little penguin. And so on the CD here that I have pulled up is the Linux installer. The only problem that I've run into with it is that due to how old the libraries are and things, audio doesn't run, but it runs just fine. I have looked around for like AUR packages, and it looks like they've got a couple, but I haven't really had anything work from a CD standpoint, so that's kind of sad. But basically, this is what they had for the most part. Oh, it does run, like I said, if I go into... See, it comes up, it just doesn't have any sound to it. Yeah, we'll load that one. Look, 343! But yeah, so Unreal Tournament 2004. Can we skip that? Oh, I guess so, huh? So yeah, it runs, it just doesn't have any audio to it, of course. But... And the mouse is, of course, messed up. Did you just quit? Thank you. So that runs pretty well. The other thing that was kind of interesting is I mentioned it in the Gamers Linux distro video, is that Postal 2 actually had a Linux version as well way back when. They'd been able to export it to Linux. So, as I mentioned in that Linux Live CD Gamer video, there was a Postal 2 demo, and all you could do really was run around and piss on NPCs, and you were running around in the mall pretty much. The mall map. This is the Fudge Pack, and as you can see, there's actually, again, a Linux installer on it, because there was a Linux version of Postal 2. I am not sure, I haven't really inspected the script, because if you open the script for Unreal Tournament installer, it actually has a proper script for it that will load up and all, and you can see the commands and all, or I think. Never mind, doesn't want to work too good. So the Fudge Pack includes all of your standard stuff. So we can go into like the Postal Classic, and it's got stuff in there. Where was it? I want to say Postal Classic will install as well, because they've now got a Linux version for that they've had for a bit. But I don't know exactly what it installs. Can I... No, not Doom, you turd. Yes, really. Okay, here we go. So in the Fudge Pack, you can see it basically installs, let's see, setup.sh. Because I remember doing this, and I'm like, why isn't it showing? Huh. So they had a pretty good dude that scripted it. So yeah, it actually looks like it installs the games rather than just running into Steam. Because there are a lot of games that like to go like Steam and then, oh, that's it. It will just install through Steam. And so there's a compression blob. But yeah, so you've got A Week in Paradise and things like that. Where the heck? System. I think that's the one. Okay, let's see what happens when we run the installer. It's interesting. I think they did a couple finicky things that made it not work too good. Actually, let's list it out first. So yeah, you can see they've got a bunch of the Linux stuff in here. So you've got Eternal Damnation, Apocalypse Weekend, and A Week in Paradise included, and Postal Plus as well, the Postal Guide, and so on. So again, this was made possible because Epic had tried to push out Unreal Tournament on Linux back in 2007 or 2004. Basically the early 2000s, when it was still kind of not quite established that Windows was going to be the platform. Then Valve comes along and says, we're making Steam for Windows, and then Windows became the standard gaming one. Who knows what would have happened if Valve hadn't decided to just say Steam on Windows and that's it. Because these could have very well have not been made possible since then. And I mean, really, those are kind of the two games that I was really aware of that were like that were possible by a big company. So if you've got any others, then, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Algorithm really seems to like that, and it actually helps it get directly out to more people. And you can even join the chat and interact when I'm not online or what have you in Discord, Guilded, XMPP, and check out my streaming stuff. Links are all in the description places, and I will see you guys later.